Hi guys! I wanted to make a video, just kind of an update about everything because okay, this is going up after my Hollister look that I just did. It's not, oh my god, I'm sorry. It's not this one that I'm wearing right now. I did it a few days ago, so, yeah, these past couple days have been so hectic for me. It is crazy, but I have really good news. If I can grab my purse real quick, it's a little bit cooler if I show you that way, so give me 1 second. Alrighty, it should be in here. Yep. Ta-da! Not Abercrombie & Fitch, but, you know, down there. Hollister, that one. It says Associate's Card. Yes, I got a job at Hollister, and I am still in shock. And it's like, you just have no idea, you guys. It's just, I went into the interview. I'll give you a little short notice of it, like, just of the interview. I wore that exact outfit that I showed that in my video. If you guys have not seen it, please go do it. It was, like, super fun, and I'm, like, bouncing off the walls while I'm recording, and now I look kind of blue. God, I'm sorry. And so I went into the interview and I got actually there 10 minutes early and everyone else was almost like pretty much there. And so there was no other seats. There was like 10 of us in a group interview. And I was just standing there next to a guy because there were no more seats left. So I was just standing there and he's just like, I don't know why everyone's so tense. I was like, yeah, at first I was and now I'm not anymore. So we just talked and he's like telling me where he goes to college and everything like that. So we just talked. And so then they called us up and they said, okay, we're going to need to write your names down and everything. And so if we're like applying for a team, like impact team member, is that what it says? Yes. Impact team member, then you sign up on one sheet and there were like 2 models that were there. So they signed up for models. And so they took all of us, we wrote our names down, we went to the food court. And so we all walked there, and there were many different people. The guy who I was talking to only had one Hollister shirt. That was, like, the only one. It was, like, long-sleeved, and he just, like, had to roll the sleeves up. Another one just wore a black shirt and then kind of, like, khaki shorts, and that was a guy. And then there's another girl who just wore something that was just, like, non-Hollister totally. Like, it was a tube-top denim jacket, and then I don't know what she wore on the lower half. It looked really good, but not for a Hollister interview, you know? And then the other guys, I can't remember really what, and then another girl wore, like, super duper professional interview stuff. That's what I was gonna wear, and I had no idea what I was supposed to do, and so I just wore what I just showed in the video. And so they asked questions about diversity. They asked, like, have you ever worked in anything like where you had to get it done really quickly or worked in a deadline or like had to stay positive in a situation with like a person or like in a group or something. Now, if you're in a group interview, they ask you different questions. Sometimes they'll ask you the same question all across the board, but sometimes it's just like, when was this one time you worked really well with one person? When was this really good time working in a group? So it'd be like asked 2 different people. The interview was only, I think, 3 questions or 2. And I sat right in front of her, and so that was kind of it. I have no work experience, you guys, and they know that. I did not lie on my application at all. I just told them I do theater, I did yearbook. Diversity is just variations of a whole bunch of different things because everyone thinks it's so easy and you'd only do one thing when it's really not. And anyways, I don't want to talk too much about that. And so the questions were over, and they went over the dress code policy, which was pretty much spot on what I said in my video. No nail polish. It just, you can't have nail polish on your nails except for on your toes. They told me it was light pink, red, or French manicure that they said. So I guess if I took off the nail polish off my toes, it can't be naked. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. And actually, right now, it is only navy and white, no gray. So it really depends on the season and everything. And yeah, you have to cut off the tags off your rainbow shoes, which I'm not too happy about. But I do have some just plain, like, brown ones from Abercrombie, so shh, I might wear those. Okay, so after that, she's just like, okay, we'll call you, and don't call us, because we get plenty of calls anyways, so we will call you by Friday, or compare you to Friday's group, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. So I just kind of walked around. I didn't want to leave yet, so I just, like, walked around, and then I went home. Did I go home, or did I? Yeah, I went home, and, the next day, I was driving to Kendall's house, and I curled my hair, and I looked like a poodle and everything, and da-da-da-da-da, and I was just on my way to Kendall's house having, like, you know, the windows down, and listening to my iPod and stuff, and then my phone starts ringing, and my ringtone's really lame. It's, like, a really old 303 song that, like, nobody listens to anymore, and I'm just like, who's calling me? And, oh my god, is my battery dying? Okay. She's in it. Okay. Sorry, this is still recording, so this is what happens in life. So I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna plug it in real quick so this doesn't die. Because I've said a lot and I don't want to have to... Oh my god, why is it going... Oh, there it goes. Alright, new setup. Let's see if we can figure this out, you guys. Okay. Is that better? Alright, I'm just gonna finish it here. Sorry about that. That was really... Ooh. On the go. Okay, so this is a little bit better. Sorry, that totally lost my train of thought. So I was driving, and I was like, who's calling me, you know, and I looked at the number, and it was like 802, I'm like, what the heck, that's not even a Charlotte zip code. So I was like, hello, and they're just like, hi, this is Ashley from Hollister, and I'm just like, hi. It was so weird. What is that? Oh, sorry. And I was just like, oh, hi, and she's just like, hi, we wanted to, offer you a position at Hollister, and I'm like, really? And she's just like, yes. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And so she's just like, yeah, just come in tomorrow, to fill out some paperwork and just to go over the regulations with you again. And I'm like, okay. And I did have to work tomorrow for my grandma just for 2 hours in the morning. So I said anywhere around 2 or 3 is fine. She's like, okay, how about we do 3? And I'm like, okay. And so then I said, thank you so much, and she's like, oh, no problem, have a good day. I was like, you too, and then I hung up. Oh my gosh. And I was like 2-3 minutes away from Kendall's house, and then I got out, and I was like, you would not believe what just happened. He's like, what? I was like, I got a job at Hollister. He's like, good job. I was like, thanks. And here's the thing, I never had job experience before. So there was, like, people next to me who's, like, worked at a restaurant, worked at Wendy's, worked at McDonald's, worked at Carowinds and Foot Locker, and I'm just like, I have 0 job experience. And I got it. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, you guys, it is probably the way that I presented myself, because I can have that Hollister look, but you guys have seen me without any makeup on before. You guys have seen me when I wear just, like, crazy weird makeup that I've done before, like, 3 months ago, that I'm just kind of like, what the heck was I thinking? And I tell you guys, like, everything, and I'm just, like, a normal person, and I'm crazy, and I'm not normal, like, I'm not, like, the girl who shops there all the time, you know, I can't really afford that right now. And it was just amazing. I was, like, ecstatic. Like, I was just, oh my gosh, I was so happy, I was so proud of myself, I felt like I was on top of the world. So I went into it the next day. I'll just go over this really quick. I went in, and I wish I didn't out for the day, I really wish I did, but I wanted to do this video first, and I can tell you what I wore. It was shorts that were just from Hollister, because I made sure that they were from Hollister. And then I wore a navy blue tank top with this really big, white v-neck, and it said, like, Hollister in the front of it. And I wore my hair in those curls yesterday, and so the next day it wasn't as curly. So it was a little bit more curled than this, and I preferred that my hair looked like this, because this is, like, more beachy waves. And I did pretty much the same exact look, you guys. I'm like, alright, this worked in the interview, I'm gonna wear that same exact look. So I did, and I went in, and I had to bring my driver's license and my social security card. Well, I didn't have it, but I knew the number. So they just needed the social security card number, and I was like, okay. And so I did all that. I did the taxes stuff, and they asked you a whole bunch of questions, like, if you ever committed a felony, have you ever served time in the army, da-da-da-da-da. Did all that, and they gave me my card, and I came up with a password. And yeah, the best part is that I got to take a picture, but before that, I had to watch a video about stealing. Did you guys know that a lot of people steal from Hollister? Like, okay, this is just me being like a goody-goody and thinking like, no one's gonna steal from anywhere. And I know people steal, but like, it makes sense, but I would have never thought of that. So like, my job is to like, you know, stock stuff, and when a shipment comes in, to make sure that everything is like in order and nothing's damaged and stuff, but also to prevent people from stealing. And I'm just kind of like, wow, like I never thought of like stealing at all or anything. So anyways, I had to watch that video, but she gave me an outfit to wear, and it was insane. Just like, the outfit she gave me, I was like, I would have never thought of to wear something like that. It was this kind of checkered shirt that the sleeves went down, all the way down, I think they went, and then a cardigan over it with some kind of ruffles on the side, and white shorts. And I had my rainbows on too, so I just wore that, and I was in front of a white kind of schwal, and I just like posed with my thumbs in the back of my pocket, and they did not too happy about they were not too happy about my nail polish. So I gotta get rid of it the next time I go into work. So, and I just stood there, and I smiled, and then, yeah, I have my chipmunk cheeks. And then that's kind of it. I changed, and then they said, we will call you in, you're scheduled. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I met two other, guys that work there. Two of my managers are named Ashley, which is kind of confusing, but just the two guys that I met there, they were like so nice and everything. There was one more person that did get hired in the group interview. I can't remember too much about him. What it seriously is about just, what's the best way to explain it? Making sure you stand out, that you stand out in the person's mind, because everyone else in the group is just kind of like mellow, you know, that's nothing, that's just kind of like, yes, I have to hire this person. But if you stand out in their mind, then they're going to call you, because I was right in front of this girl. I kept talking like her ear off. Like, I talk a lot, you guys. And so I just kept talking and everything, and it's just, I had the look, and it wasn't exactly 100% right, but I did my best, and I'm going to give them my best. And the one thing is the hours are kind of sucky. So I gotta go, because this video is like super duper long, but I'm just like super excited. So yeah, go check out the video I just did with this. It's a 4th of July look on the collab channel, and I talk a lot over there too, because I just do that. And yeah, I'm gonna go, guys, and I hope you all are just doing amazing, because I'm just like so happy right now. I'll let you know how my first day of work goes. That's not going to be for a little while. I do go to New Mexico on Thursday, the 7th of this month. So I'm not going to be here, and I'm not going to, I guess I might record, I'm not exactly sure. And I'll come back home on the 16th, and I'm excited because I haven't flew across the country in a little while. So I'm going to go, you guys. Okay, bye!